Okay, perfect. So we're live both here on virtually as well as in present. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Google Developer Student Clubs here at Heriot-Watt University. My name is Chandrashekhar, currently a co-team member in the team, and hopefully, if things go well, the lead. We welcome you all to the first session for the summer series, which is the Intro to Google Cloud Skills Boost. Someone there? Okay, Carlos. Okay, then that's all well and good. If everyone can hear me well in the chat, virtually as well, to drop the message in the chat. And if everything's well and good, we can get started. So the agenda for today would be basically the introduction of what exactly is Google Cloud Skills Boost, how do you get the membership, which is one of the key perks of being a GDSC member, and just a live demo and thankfully all of you have brought your devices as well, so we can just have a live walkthrough of how to enroll for a subscription. And lastly, if you guys have any questions or just anything to resolve, we're all here to help you. So let's start off with basically what exactly is the Cloud Skills Boost. What exactly do you, sorry? There's nothing there, okay. So basically, if most of you have joined the last session related to this in fall, was formerly known as Qwiklabs. Now they've rechanged the name. It is Google's learning platform where you get access to just hands-on learnings related to cloud technologies and any other Google technology. So be it AI, ML, but everything is done in the Google Cloud platform, which is basically Google's competitor if AWS or Azure, as you guys might have heard it. Most of the credits, so usually the payment system in this is via credits, which is you have to pay on a certain level, so say 50 credits of like on a per dollar basis. And most of these have to be purchased prior to using the lab. So maybe the introductory or the basic session labs or the quests would be 1 credit per session. Maybe the more advanced ones could be up to 4 to 5. As a member of GDSC at Heriot-Watt, all of you get a very special price for free. So you get unlimited access to a monthly subscription of Google Cloud Skills Boost here as being a member of GDSC, where you can work on any amount, although you have to renew it every month. That we will walk you through it. That is not a problem. But once you get access to it, you get to as many attempts, labs, quests, you name it, you all get access to it. Furthermore, so earlier last year when we started off, there used to be something called, we used to have different tracks, be the AI track, ML track. And when you complete a certain number of quests or courses, you usually earn special prizes from Google. We'd have to confirm if there is any over the summer. If there is, we will definitely let you know. So stay tuned for that. So step 1 would be, how would you start joining? Like, how do you take part in this? Firstly, of course, by joining our Heriot-Watt chapter. So firstly, you go up to a new incognito window, go to GDSC at Heriot-Watt community page. If most of you have not been joined by now, please do. I mean, to be more updated on our future sessions. Secondly, the key link which we have here is this one, bit.ly GDSC 2206. Every month there'd be a different link. So we will also create a group where all of you can be a part of it, and every time we will also update you on the new updated links every month. So in this one, you just have a basic simple quest. Some of them might be too advanced, some of them might be too basic. It's just totally all right. So you just have to create an account. So for Heriot-Watt students, you can just use your Heriot-Watt ID. It's optional if you do want to sign in via Google, but if not, you can sign in via any email address you like, totally up to you. And the usual authentication process, the verification link, accepting the terms and conditions. Once you're done, it is very essential that even after you've created the account, it's just better that you go through the steps again. Those of you who already have a Qwiklabs, sorry, yeah. I hope I'm really audible online as well. This is going to be embarrassing for them. So once you do create the account, it is essential that you go to this link again, because when you start off, you actually get 0 credits, but you just get enough to enroll for the subscription. So they'll give you like 5 credits for basics to start. But it is essential to go over the link again, even though it seems like an extra step. So you just have to enroll into the quest, click on the first lab, launch with the 1 credit. So as you see over there, you start with 5 credits right then and there. And then you start the lab. So for this one, depending on how advanced it is totally up to you. If you want, you can complete the entire thing and then finish, or you can just wait for 5 minutes, end the lab, and just refresh the page like a few minutes later, and you get access to a subscription. That's totally your call. This would be the extra steps that we're doing. We just want to give you guys the essential basics to the Google Cloud and the Google Cloud platform. So, and here we are. We will now present you with the live run through on how to access this. Yep. Yeah. So I guess, Vijay, if you could just cut the stream from online so we can just change the screen accordingly. Does this work when I freeze it? Yeah. Done. Yeah, that's why I'm just confirming that. Huh? Sorry? Let me just... What? Someone has any doubts? Huh? It's all done? Okay. I'll just reshare my screen and yeah. So as you can see right up here is the link. I will just zoom it in a little bit for the audience afar. bit.ly/GDSC-2022-06. That is a link we have over there. Once you guys are done, just hit enter. And yeah, this is the first one which you will see, predict soccer match outcomes with BigQuery ML. Make sure this is the quest for this month link. Make sure this is the quest that you get the minute you jump there. And then you just select on this tiny button, enroll in this quest. Once you're done, you just, yeah. So if you already have an account, then that's well and good. You can wait until the rest are done. But in the meanwhile, I will just create one for myself. So I will just add my thing. What is a quest? Huh? What do you mean by quest? So quests, that's a good question. Wait, give me a minute. I will just open up the, yeah. So the key thing about Qwiklabs and Google Cloud Skills Boost is the fact that you have different labs, quests, and learning paths. The main things we'll be looking here is labs and quests, since they are the key things that shape your experience throughout using Cloud Skills Boost. So each quest has a series of labs. So the best thing being that it's all hands-on learning. They will give you access, they will give you a virtual machine, relate with all the necessary requirements, with the necessary RAM, storage, everything. So there is no extra requirements that are required from your side. It's just that you need the motivation and the will to get the quest done. So for this particular quest, there is around 5 labs. Each of them takes around 45 minutes. So maybe even if you do one per day, you're good to go and you get this quest done. So I'll just go back here. So I will just use my Heriot-Watt email and just company is Heriot-Watt. Oops. Then just enter a random password. And yep, beep boop, which all are boats. Okay. Yeah. Which one's a boat now? Last one is a boat? Okay. Oops. There we go. So once you're done, you just agree to your terms and conditions, hit create. You just have to head over to your email in order to get the confirmation for the same. So, yep. Yeah. I'll also drop it for the ones in the chat in case you need it. So this is the link. Just copy paste it into your browser. Just open it in incognito mode prior. So yeah. So this is the email you guys will be getting. I'll just zoom in a little bit. So once you're done, you just click on that little blue button. Yep, design can be quite terrible in these places still. And once that's complete, you're here. So now I'll just go back here and log in into my account again. Password, and hit enter. Once I'm done, the reason why I asked you to go back to the link again is, so I'm guessing by now all of you have completed this process of creating your account or logging in if you've created the account already. No? All of you done? Okay, perfect. So now if you go here to the top right in my account, so you'd see here currently I have 0 credits. I have nothing at all. So this is why, which is why I was asking to go back again. You hit the link, and once you're in, now if I go back to the area again, bit anticlimactic here, but I refresh the page one more time, and that's weird. bit.ly, I will just hit enter. It takes a few minutes, so you have to join the Heriot-Watt. Huh? Heriot-Watt, you have to join that. That is just one added thing so that you stay updated for all of our future sessions. So once that's done, take a few minutes. Yeah. Has any one of you got the 5 credits yet by any chance? Huh? You have? Okay, perfect. That's what. bit.ly 22-06. That's right. Sorry? Okay, that might also work. Hopefully that works. There we go. Right. Thanks so much. So that's it, the same thing. So start live, start the lab, and then launch with 1 credit. Sure, like we said earlier, it happens after it. So you just might need to spend 1 or 2 credits for this. Hopefully 1 only. So So if required, you guys can finish this lab also, since it's an introductory one. But for now, we're just going to leave it. And if you guys have any questions or if you have any trouble setting up, do let me know. Huh? It's totally up to you, because mostly I will be giving I'll be doing another lab which talks more about the basics of Google Cloud and the GCP. Although if you do want, feel free to try it out. So it's around 45 minutes. Yeah. Usually it's quite short. It's just the time limit provided. So does anyone have any issues with setup so far? Hmm? Check your spam as well. So one more thing about, so I'll tell to people live as well. In case you don't get in case you do not get the link, just check your spam email by any chance, because there is a very good chance it can land up there as well. So wait, let me just check the chats anywhere. So okay, so once you've logged, okay, yeah. Yeah, so Aryan, once you log in into the Qwiklabs platform, make sure that you run the link again so that you get the credits as needed, and just enroll into this BigQuery quest and start the first lab. If needed, you can start and complete the lab, but for now we're just going to leave it for like a few minutes, and then go back to the other lab, which we intended to do in this session. So, okay, so we got a question in the chat from Richa. Can we come back later to this lab to complete it later? Yes. So this is just for like 5 minutes, just in order to get the subscription. So once you do get the subscription, which gives you unlimited number of credits to access any of these labs and quests, you can always come back to this quest and complete the entire set of labs. It's not a one-time thing. Hmm? Someone credits. Okay, Minha. So your credits are still zero. One thing you can try is try enrolling into the quest once you've completed the verification and anything. Enroll into the quest, so that usually gives you like a starter pack of 5 credits. If that works out, do drop it in the chat. Well, okay, so our 5 minutes are up here. So if all of you are done, well and good. If not, no worries. We'll proceed to the next part of this lab. So okay, it's good. So you just get a 4-star. Good. Once we're done, we just go back to Cloud Skills Boost. Might take a few minutes depending on the connection, but once there we go. So once you're done after like 5 minutes, and then when you end the lab, you should see from 5 credits or X number of credits, it should be replaced with the monthly subscription. If that is done for majority, then we can proceed. If not, you let us know right now. On the particular lab which is provided in the Bitly link takes you to that BigQuery course. You do it, you get this either lab or just wait 5 minutes in the lab. That course. The procedure which we just did is not available for every lab. You have to do it in the lab which we give. You have to do it in the quest which we give you the link on. So current link which we give you the Bitly link maybe led you to the BigQuery ML. So it might vary. So maybe in the next video, you can take you to another quest. Once you're there, that quest, you have to do maybe the first lab or any lab in that particular one. And you finish it, or you just wait 5 minutes, it's up to you. But you have to use the particular lab given in the quest given in the link. Hope that kind of made sense. Okay, so Aryan, so again, he asked, it still shows 5 credits for me. How do I get the monthly subscription? Make sure you start the lab, wait for around 5 minutes, wait for minimum 5 minutes. Once you're done, you end the lab, exit out of the page, just maybe go back to the main page, wait for a few minutes. And then on the top right, once you click on it, you should see monthly subscription instead of X number of credits. Yeah. So I'm guessing by now everyone in the room at least has got the monthly subscription icon here instead of X number of credits. Everyone? Huh? 4 credits or how much? 5 minutes you wait, no, like at least 5 minutes in the lab. Are you still getting X number of credits? Yeah. Yeah. Again, if you can send it, that's up to you if you want. Yes, we need minimum 5 minutes in this game. Get the lab. Use the lab. So one more way also just to confirm for the people online, if you got a subscription, if you go to the subscriptions tab on the top, if you click over there and okay, maybe not this. If you go to the profile account and if you head over to settings under the monthly subscription, if you go to subscriptions and credits, you'll find down here one monthly subscription followed by email for 1 cent. Don't worry, you're not going to be charged for that. Don't worry at all. But yeah, it's there for you for one entire month. Okay, I'm assuming by now everyone in the room has got a monthly subscription so far. Like maybe just show a raise of hands, perhaps. Over to you guys. Kanaga, you guys go. That's right. So you've got the monthly subscription. Have you started the lab? You waited for 5 minutes? Huh? So like 40, has it been below 40? Is the timer showing below 40? End the lab. Wait for like 5 minutes and then end the lab. Okay? Okay. Yep. So now I'm guessing by now even the online people as well have got access to subscription. So once that's done, we will actually get headed to the main point of the session. So we go to catalog and we head over to Google Cloud Essentials, which is the basic hands-on practice and more introduction to the Google Cloud tools and services. For now, we will just start off with the first one. Okay, we got a question in the chat. What happens after the month ends? Every month, a new link is provided to us. So once that's done, we will also be sharing this to you guys. We'll be creating a group chat as well. We'll be creating, sorry. I'm literally answering that right now. Yeah. So the question is, what happens after the month ends? A new link is provided every month once the 30 days are over. We'll be sharing that in the chat, or for anyone else who's not within the Heriot-Watt groups, we'll be creating a separate group as well for the same. So stay tuned for that. So one key thing after completing all these quests is that you receive a proper badge which you can add to your profile, be it your CV or LinkedIn, which is very essential for people as proper proof that you are aware about cloud computing and more properly about GCP. This is quite a good thing that is also just enables people to get better jobs all around. So once we enroll into the quest, we start off with the first one. Yeah. Start lab. So now you see, once you start, they don't ask you for any credits of sorts because you have a monthly subscription with unlimited access. Okay, beep boop again. Crossroads. There we go. Now we start with the main part of the session. Okay. Now we've started with the first one. So we'll just have this open side by side as well, just in case. So we have the cloud console. Yeah. Yeah. Just change this a bit to English. Yeah. So this is the overview of the platform so far. You get access to the lab environment. You get to learn how to access the cloud console, the projects, navigation menu, and all the services that's provided. So the best thing about these hands-on learning labs is also they give you a very detailed and step-by-step approach on how to access all the services and how to successfully complete the lab. Yeah. So we start with the lab fundamentals. Okay, this is basically all the basics that we've covered so far: the start lab, the credit, the time, the score, and all that. So in the beginning, if you see, you have you have your username, you have your password, and the GCP project ID. So we'll just add in all that here. We'll just copy paste this and paste. Yeah, so the reason why I asked to do this in incognito mode is because all of these accounts are temporarily provided. So the minute the session gets over, you don't have any access to this, neither do you have it via email. So it's just preferable to do it via incognito and just get done with the session altogether. So we hit accept. Okay, so I agree to the Google Cloud and I agree and continue. So now if you see, this is officially the Google Cloud Platform where you have access to all the projects, the APIs, the resources, and everything that you need. And yeah, this is also the student username that's provided down here. Yeah. Yeah. So now we start on with the first part of this lab, which is, okay. Okay, so just maybe to cover a bit of stuff so far. The minute you start the lab, it gives you a temporary virtual machine environment that allows you to do all the lab resources, gives you all the computing power that's required. And so we can just do the quiz. When the timer reaches 0, you lose all access to your temporary cloud environment. True. And some labs have tracking, which shows your completion of hands-on learning activities. That is also true. So some of these also go where they run tests to ensure that you have done the necessary thing to complete each step of the lab. In order to receive completion, you must complete the required hands-on activities. True. So that's one more thing. In order to show that you've completed the lab and everything, they have certain milestones that you have to complete, sort of like checkpoints. And once you're done, you just hit submit and we're good to go. Yeah. So most of these you can have a reading of this in a bit later. We're just going to speed up things a little bit here. So the signing in part, and as they said, open the tabs and separate windows side by side. So which field is not found in the left pane? System admin. The username in the left panel is a cloud IAM identity. Oops. Yeah. So there we go. Now this is, once we clear that all out, we have the projects in the console, which I explained, and here's. So once we go through step by step, so either if you want, you guys can start over this right now as well, or you can also just follow the step by step if needed. So once we go here, there is a project info. Yep. So the first part of the panel is the project info panel, which gives you all the name of the project number, and the ID. So it gives you all the necessary details when you're in cloud services. And okay, it's still back. So your second task would be to view all the projects. So they're asking us to go up, to go to all, then click on Qwiklab Resources Project. Do not switch over. However, you may use it in other labs, okay? Google Cloud project you're working on is temporary, which means that the project it contains will be deleted once it ends. So they're asking us right now to run the 74D8. So this is the one. So this is all the list of the projects that we have so far. The Qwiklabs resources is what's given to us, and the second one is what is provided to us for the purpose of this lab. So the first one, we have the Google Cloud project, which is the organizing entity for anything you build with Google Cloud. Qwiklabs resources is shared with all Qwiklabs users. And it's true. Preferably not to modify it. There's a project where you will run all of your lab steps. Nope. So for the purpose of this lab, we will be using the second one. The first one has been created by Qwiklabs themselves. There we go. So once we head over to the navigation menu, as you can see, we have all the services that Google Cloud Platform can provide to us. Be the APIs and services, billing, the admin, marketplace, the compute engine for running all your heavy intensive AI or ML tasks. So these are the main 7 categories as mentioned. So there's compute, there is storage, there is networking, cloud operations, tools, big data, and AI. Then once you head over to roles and permissions, right on the top, yep, go to IAM and admin. So once we head over to the IAM and admin page that's mentioned right here, you have all access to the users and the permissions granted for specific accounts. So we're just taking a while here. As we see, it has the owner's admiral. We also have for Qwiklabs GCP and for student, that is us. The third one right here is us, as mentioned right here. Just quick access to the platform services. So how far have you guys reached? Are you right now in this part of the quiz so far? So maybe this one you guys can answer perhaps. There's I think three to four questions. Three questions, yeah. So if you guys reach this, maybe you can just answer this for us before land up there. Offers quick access to the platform services and also outlines its offerings. Sorry? Oh, okay. So the first option, which is the navigation menu. Boom. Okay. Primitive roles set project level permissions and, unless otherwise specified, control access and management to all Google Cloud services. True or false? True. Okay. Huh? This provides all the viewer permissions plus the permissions for actions that modify state, such as changing existing resources. Right, true? Okay, it's good. So now we head over to the API and services part of Google Cloud. So once we head over to the navigation menu under, I think we might have to go down. Okay, no, this is within IAM. Once we head over here, we have APIs and services. Then we head over to library. Then you head over to Dialogflow. Yeah. Just head over and select the Dialogflow API. So we're just going to enable that right now. Allows you to build rich conversational applications for Google Assistant without having to understand the underlying machine learning and natural language schema. So yeah, once that's done, we're just going to click enable. Oh, oops. Yeah, so once that's enabled, we will just click the back button to verify that your API has enabled. So if you just go back, yep. So as we can see right here, the API has been successfully enabled. And now if we just click on try this API, this is all the documentation and the web page for it so far. So with all the directories, all that is possible with it, and any extra documentation to aid your way through. So that's the next one. So when you start working on a lab, you need to enable APIs in your project to start working with Google Cloud. So just if anyone, maybe we can leave this for the audience in the chat to answer. Any answers in the chat so far? So again, this leaves for the people in the chat, for the ones who are joining online. When you start a session, you need to enable APIs in your project to start working with Google Cloud. The true or false? Okay, maybe I'll skip this and leave it to the people in person. Maybe if someone wants to answer for this one. Huh? False? Why so? All right. So as last mentioned, once you end the lab, you just click submit and confirm, and that wraps up your entire project. So I'll just do that right now. I'll just go down here. Yeah. Once I just select in lab and I close this up. Very satisfied. Thank you so much. If you go all the way back down, each lab you do get, make sure to rate it so that they can also know what went well or what didn't go so well in order to improve the content for later on as well. And that pretty much sums it for one lab in this entire journey of quests that you will have in your journey in, say, cloud, AI, or ML. So this is just one lab in the quest. If you finish all the 5 labs, you get this completion badge, and then you can also go on to more. You can progress to more advanced level quests depending on your knowledge and how you learn and progress. So if you see down here, if you go under catalog, so if you see, so let me just expand this. Now, if I go back to the APIs page and gone, that's it. The session's over. I don't have access to it anymore, and the email is going to be invalid. So that's one of the key reasons of why incognito mode was suggested for these methods. So as you can see in here in the catalog, there are over 895 different types, but of course, this includes quests, labs, and other parts that you do take. So once you go down here, you can split it up by the format which you want. So say if I'm selecting for a particular quest, and you can choose based on what you prefer, be it the roles. So say if you're a network engineer or if you're a cloud architect, you can scroll all the way down here and directly choose what you prefer. So say I'm taking a sysadmin by any chance. It will give me all the quests that aid me in sysadmin area. So that's the Google Cloud Essentials, the cloud architecture, deploying environments within the cloud, deploying Kubernetes, cloud engineering, cloud environments, etc. And if you see also over here, there are different paths as well as mentioned. So there are many paths depending on what you like to take, whether it's the machine learning path, you want to take a database engineering, Google Workspace administrator, if you're going to work in a place where pretty much all of their apps and solutions run on Google Apps and Services, BI, and a lot of other stuff. So feel free to check this out, and that is how that is the way you successfully get your monthly subscription. And that pretty much sums it up. I will open the floor for any other issues with setting up in the process. Huh? I'm sorry. What?
That means Quakes. Maybe it's so weird. Swings.
Sweden.
Google developed those Qwiklabs. You can call it Sway.
Okay.
You get it?
No, not exactly. I'm a bit lost here. Sorry.
The sticker, the t-shirts.
Right.
You promise it. Do you remember?
Ah, yes. Yeah. No, the tracks. Oh, okay. You're referring to the tracks. Sorry.
Quakes.
Tracks. 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 Tree?
Leave it.
Okay. Sorry. It's been. So in the meanwhile, while any of you have any questions or just resolving the final part, what kind of sessions or later on would you guys like to see more on? Any particular topic or any technology that you guys regularly use or want to know more, perhaps? Nothing? React. Okay, that's in the works. React. Then anything else? Sorry? Like the Go language. Go language, React, then, huh? Kubernetes. Okay, that's good. Then any other things? So if anyone else online as well, if you do want to suggest any topics, do mention it in the chat. So I just guess we'll take another 2 minutes for any questions or anything else. Then I guess we'll just call it a day after around 2 minutes. So if you guys have any other topics as such, so far we heard Kubernetes, Go, React, I think a bit of Python as well. So other? Yep. So I guess that's around 2 minutes. Thank you guys so much for attending the Intro to Qwiklabs session. Regarding the merge part, I will definitely get back to you on it. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. That's a really valid question. We're also just working on that. I will also keep you updated on that. So thank you guys so much for coming, for the ones in person and virtually. We hope you guys learned a lot and wish you all the very best in your cloud skills boost journey. This is Google Developers Student Club here at Heriot-Watt University. My name is Chandrashekhar, and I hope you guys do well. But yeah, that's it. I'll just cut the call.